Alright guys, as a music producer, you definitely want to stand out, and that's way beyond a beat tag. So let me show you how to create your own sound. It's very simple. Let's take a stock sound here in the BusyWorks Beats sampler, busyworksbeats.com/sampler. It's completely free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/sampler. I'll leave a link below. We're going to take a simple bell like this. Alright, we're going to turn it up just a little bit. Okay, so now we have a bell. What we're going to do is start adding effects. So effects is where you can really chisel in your sound. Let's add a delay and a reverb. Let's go to where it says the effects tab, and now we can dial in even more effects. So let's add in a half speed reverb. Let's turn the mix level up. Let's increase the decay curvature. Let's cut out the low so it doesn't get too heavy. Let's also add some reverse in here. Let's add some reverse on the delay, and let's make the delay ping pong. Let's synchronize it, and let's give it like a dotted eighth. Now we have this really unique vibe going. Now let's add a texture to even take it even further. These new textures in here, let's do like a cityscape. Let's cut out the lows. We can even add a tremolo to add more amplitude modulation. We can do it over the volume or the panning. Let's do it over the volume. It's very subtle. It just goes wah, 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 like that. Let's even add a compressor to tame some of these jumps in the audio. Now it's still a bell, but it has its own identity, and this is where you don't have to like go deep into sound design. It's really just adding effects. Okay, let's add a filter. Let's add some resonance, and let's give it an envelope. Now we have our own custom style bell. Now I'm going to take off the filter because the filter kind of takes away some of the shininess of it, but that's just one aspect. We can even add chorus to make it more of a blurry tone. We can even add alternative panning, add vibrato to that. Probably wouldn't add that much vibrato. Alright, you can also try different octaves. Now what we're going to do is add a synth layer in here. So let's turn on the synth layer, switch this, let's go to a different waveform. Let's turn this volume down first. And now we're layering not only the mallet sound, but now we have this synth tone. Let's add a unison in here. Let's detune this, let's make it a wide sound. Let's add a little pitch drift. And now we can hear that amplitude modulation because the synth is playing. Switch out the waveform here. I'm going to take away the tremolo only because and now let's add some bitey filtering. Let's add some drive. So I guess the second concept here is layering. So see that reverse reverb and the half speed? So that's all the texture we're adding to the sound is that reverse reverb. And you can even go crazier and add a one shot here. So let's bring in, let me see, let's do a bell of some sort. Now all these aren't perfectly tuned, so to hear it, we're gonna turn off the synth for a second. You could even mute the first panel. This blends in. All right, let's add a loop to it. Let's do forward backward looping. This is gonna add like another creepier layer to the sound here. Now let's bring in our synthesizer back in. Let's turn it down so we could actually hear the layers here. Let's filter the synth just a little bit. Bring back the main sound. Now we can switch out the texture, for example. Let's do like a rainforest or something. Another thing you guys can try is shaping the attack curvature of a sound to make it more into a pad, add some attack. And again, you can go back to the effects, so if the texture is too loud, we can filter it. So now we have a whole different sound. Now this is about turning stuff up and turning stuff down. Alright, so that's how you guys can create your own sound. To get the sampler for free, just go to busyworksbeats.com/sampler. Another feature I've added is the randomize feature. So if you hit init, it will start back over. You guys can hit random. Now we're still working on which things we want to be random. So it may add a one shot here that's out of key. So some of these one shots are tuned to different notes. But here's just the preset. Let me just turn it down. Pretty unique sound though, for just a random. I do like this tone, it's just a little piercing. So let's say the one shot, you know, there's different layers to it. There's a lot of one shots in here. So let's just mute the entire layer for now. And sometimes the synth ADSR gets a little long, so you guys can pull this back. Alright, let's hit random one more time. Let's see what it creates. Make sure we turn the one shot tab back on. So some of these are out of key. Some of the one shots. We can go through and just turn the ones off that are out of key. Let's add some unison to the synth. Alright, so literally just hitting random can give you guys a dope sound. So even if you don't want to sound design, you could just hit random. So we're still working out how we want that to work. But those are the new features. Go to busyworksbeats.com/sampler to get this plugin completely for free. It works on Mac and PC. Share with a friend, guys. Peace out.